It's a garlic souffle, Moldavian style.
The days are getting cooler and shorter. Winter is approaching.
That didn't do anything.
Everything in nature is of interest to the true scientist. You must learn to observe carefully and to take detailed notes. You never know what you might find. You really should take... Here you are. Here you are. What? Should you ever visit Silmaria, I should be most pleased to give you a recommendation into the Academy of Science there. Science needs more adherence with your energy.
You are somewhere in the middle of the forest. You can barely discern the traces of an old road leading north and south. You are in the western part of the forest.
If only I'd met you when I was alive. I certainly wouldn't be a result than now, I'm sure. So, how's the hero business going? You certainly have had a time of it here in Mordavia. Still, you can handle it, I'm sure of it. Being undead is not so bad. I don't have to worry about getting old, after all. The lake's not a bad place to stay, except when it freezes over in the winter. It gets kind of boring swimming under the ice for 3 months or more. There is some sort of enchantment about the swamp. It seems that all paths lead to the tomb which lies at the center. It's almost impossible to get away from it once you find the tomb. That swamp is a really bad place, and you should stay as far away from it as possible. Goodbye. Visit me again whenever you like.
When the days are short and the nights grow long, a friendly face is a welcome sign. The castle is very quiet during the daytime, but I have heard noises and seen lights in the windows at night. I have heard the wolves howl at night, but who is to say that they are werewolves? I am certain you will have many such adventures in Mordavia. May the sun and the moon keep watch over you.
After some rest, you feel better. You grab a handful of rocks. 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 After some rest, you feel better. It doesn't budge. You grab a handful of rocks. 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 After some rest, you feel better. After some rest, you feel better. It doesn't budge. You get in some climbing practice, but you really can't see any more from up the tree than from the ground. In fact, you can scarcely see the forest for the trees. After some rest, you feel better. 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 It'll take a lot more than that to get this gate open. The gate is solid iron. You can't even hear your own knock. The recently deceased gate guardians are necrotors. They don't look much better in death. The tower is empty. The gatekeeper is nowhere to be seen. A dark, ominous castle looms upon the tall, craggy mountain. That feels good. Just what you needed to relieve some of the aches and pains of everyday adventuring. Massive doors block entry into the castle. Above the doors is the family crest of the Borgovs. Above the doors is the family crest of the Borgovs. You can almost make out their motto, something about abandon, hope. Oops, sorry, that was over a different gateway. The Borgov motto has faded with age and you can't make it out. Carefully oil the door hinges. You hear voices beyond the upper door. Two people seem to be having an argument in the next room. Carefully open the door just a little so you can hear better and look through the crack.
Everything is going according to plan. My plan. I am not interested in your petty revenge scheme.
You cannot trust him. He will attempt to destroy you the moment he realizes what you truly are.
No, he is already attracted to me. from his own free will and not be some puppet whose string I hold. After all, if I only wanted a puppet, I could have used you.
There will come the day, Katrina, when I will be the Dark Master, and you will be only a memory.
You would love to destroy me, wouldn't you? You hated me from the moment we met, but you thought you could use me, didn't you? You who were blinded by your own ego. I've always been your master, and you my mere apprentice.
I will have my revenge.
On whom? The hero or myself?
Both of you.
Oh, it is so easy to make you lose your temper. That is why you will never be the Dark Master. You let your overwhelming pride override your thinking.
You don't see any sign of life or movement beyond the door. The bookshelf shifts ever so slightly as you push against it, but you haven't found the trigger yet. You straighten out the crest. The bookshelf opens, revealing a secret passage. Through the keyhole, you can see what appears to be a child's bedroom. A large and dangerous-looking, ape-like creature sits near the door.
Who is it this time, Toby? What does he want this time, Toby?
It's a big, nasty-looking, hairy monster, and it's looking right back at you with a very hungry expression. She's a lovely little girl, although rather pale. Her glowing golden eyes really set off the highlights in her hair. She does appear to have a bit of an overbite problem. This doll looks like it was made from some sort of ceramic material. This castle is open on one side to let a child play with dolls inside it. This clown is pretty funny looking. Reminds you of a gnome you once knew. You tell her about the innkeepers.
I miss my mommy and my daddy. But I can never go home. Not now. Toby says this is my home now. This is where I live now. I have this whole room to myself and Toby. Sometimes I get to go to the hall with Aunt Trina and play with Cuddles. Cuddles is Aunt Trina's pet hound. He's my friend, too. What is that? Toby, let him in. Toby, he has our dolly. I thought I lost you. Look, Toby, it's Vanna. Thank you for bringing her to me. I thought she was lost. Where did you find her? Toby gave her to me. Mommy didn't like her. She kept trying to make me tell where I got Vanna from. Mommy wouldn't let me play with her. I was afraid Mommy wouldn't let me play with Toby anymore. Toby was my only friend. I didn't want my Mommy to make Toby go away. I told Toby all about it, and Toby brought me here to Aunt Trina. She never takes my toys or friends away. Never. Mommy and I worked hard all the time to keep the inn nice and clean. And then my Mommy, she never had time to play or sing anymore. And when it got night, she made me go to bed all by myself in the dark. It was really scary. I was afraid the bad things would get me. But nobody heard me when I cried. When I went out to the inn, Daddy would yell at me to get back to bed. I was scared. Daddy wouldn't let me have a candle or anything. He said it would bring the bad things. I didn't like the dark. But then, Toby came to my window at night. He would hold me, and he would talk to me, and he would tell me he would keep the bad things away from me all night. And I didn't have to be scared again, because I had Toby. When my Mommy took my doll away, I was afraid she'd make Toby go away too, so I went away with Toby. Now I'm not afraid of the dark. I like the night. Aunt Trina says the bad things will never get me now, and I have Toby to take care of me. But sometimes I still miss my Mommy. My daddy used to be happy. He would take me out walking around and talking to everyone in town, and the inn was always busy with new people to talk to, and I could stay up and dance while my Mommy sang for people. Then the rains came, and then people didn't come to the inn anymore, and Daddy said that there were too many bad things. He wouldn't take me walking anymore. He made me go to bed when it got dark, and he said the bad things would try to get me. I can't go home again. And Aunt Trina says that this is my home now. She says that my Mommy and Daddy will think I'm a bad thing now, and that they won't love me anymore. Toby says this is my home now, and he loves me very much. I wish my Mommy and Daddy didn't think I was a bad thing. Then maybe Toby and I could visit them.
You tell her about the inn and how sad it is without her.
If I went back to the inn, I'd never be afraid of the dark again. Toby says that everyone would be afraid afraid of me now. I don't want them to be afraid of me.
You tell Tanya how her mummy misses her.
I miss my mommy too. Sometimes I want to cry, but I can't anymore. I just feel sad.
You tell about Irana's staff and how it can make Tanya back into a real little girl again.
I like the staff. It always made such pretty flowers in town. You say it will make me all better and I won't be a bad thing anymore?
You nod your head.
Oh, Toby, I can see my mommy and daddy again. Toby asks, what else will the staff do?
You try to explain about sacrifice.
Toby says he understands. He says you should take us to the staff now, so I can be with my mommy and daddy again. Oh, it feels weird here. Kinda happy. Icky. I'm scared. I know you'll protect me, Toby, but who will protect you? Okay, Toby. I'll protect you.
A weird voice sounds in your mind.
Death and life are now before me. That for which I am destined awaits me. The sacrifice of life for love. Your love for the child is great.
You see Toby silently nod his head.
Will you trade your life to give life to the child? Will you die willingly for the one you love?
No, Toby, no!
So shall the sacrifice be done. So is the sacrifice complete. I am again the staff of Irana.
I'm so sorry, Toby. I didn't protect you too good, did I? I love you too, Toby.
You take the sobbing child in your arms and carry her to the inn. You awaken her parents and are overwhelmed by their gratitude and joy. It is long before you manage to escape to the peace of your own room for what is left of the night. You awaken as the sun begins to rise.
I must thank you for saving our Tanya. You have brought joy again into our lives. We are in your debt.
You eat your plain but nourishing breakfast. It has more than a bit of garlic added for spice.
I don't know how we can ever thank you enough. It's such a joy to have my little Tanya home again.
I didn't like him. He didn't like me. He didn't like Katrina either. They were always having fights, but he had to do what she told him to do, and that made him very mad. I liked Trina. She was kind to me and gave me lots of nice things. She even taught me to read and write, but I'll never go back to her. I want to stay with my mommy and daddy. was my best friend in all the world. And I miss him. I wish he could come and live with us here. I'm happy to be home again. Everyone in town has come to see me and talk to me, and it's fun to be important. I like it.
Oh, she is her joyful self again. The sound of a child's voice is the sweetest of music. We will do our best to show our love and never let her be afraid of the dark again. I have always found it difficult to express emotion. Mordavian men are not supposed to show such things. Yet I cried freely when you brought Tanya back to us. I cannot remember ever being so happy. I do not know what to make of Tanya's stories about vampires. It is hard to imagine my lovely daughter as an undead. Gladly, though, I would go to the castle and drive a stake through the heart of the one who stole our daughter from us.
My Tanya is her cheerful, loving self again. I could never thank you enough for the kindness you have shown us all. I knew Tanya was alive somewhere. I never lost hope that she would return.
Bella, you heard his story. Tanya was dead, an undead, a Nosferatu.
She is fine right now, isn't she? As long as she's alive and well, what does it matter? I don't understand with all this talk about vampires and Tanya. She has returned healthy and happy, and this is what's important. Of course, I will never forgive the woman who stole my baby from me. Still, I think I can understand her a little bit. I, too, have always wanted a child such as Tanya. I am only overjoyed to have my Tanya back.
It looks pretty much as you'd expect.
Told me never to take anything from strangers ever again. But you aren't a stranger, are you?
Tanya, mind your manners.
Thank you.
You have brought real joy to Mordavia by bringing Tanya back. When she was stolen, it was as if all the laughter here had been taken as well. You gave us back our happiness. The days are getting cooler and shorter. Winter is approaching.
The talk is that you're a real hero. People say you returned little Tanya to her parents. My. Boris came back to visit me. We had a lot to talk about. He says he'll come back again after work. It was nice to see him. Seemed like old times. What would you like to know about? Bringing Tanya back from that awful castle. Did you really have to fight hundreds of horrible monsters without even a sword? That's wonderful! Our burgomaster is named Dimitri. He is responsible for keeping order in the town, and he is very serious. But there was some scandal about his grandmother, but it was hushed up.
husband used to say, come back again, sunshine or rain.
Not too bad. Little graveyard humor there. Igor come back to town after dark the other night. See strange, pretty woman standing near gate. She look like she looking for someone. Igor go up to pretty woman. Igor say, "Hey, baby, want to light my pyre?" Little graveyard humor there. She not have sense of humor. She give Igor cold shudder and walk off. Igor in love. Or at least reasonable facsimile.
That was fun. Now you feel like climbing something even higher, like Mount Tana. Well, that was fun. Well, that was fun.
It is good to see you again, my young friend. Have you ever considered taking up a career in science? You really should take the time to learn some of the basic principles of science. Learning the nature of the scientific elements and the patterns of the stars will improve your life. Here you are. Here you are. I have been thinking a bit about that castle on the mountain lately. Such a castle might make a wonderful environment for scientific research. Perhaps someday one of my descendants will work in a castle like that.
The strangest thing happened the other night. Someone broke open the gate and killed the Necrotars. The master came by later and was furious that her guards were dead. I do not know the details of what went on. The master said only that I need not worry about the break-in, for she would make certain it never happened again. I'm only thankful that the master did not blame me for the broken gate. It is my job, after all, to protect this place. You know, it is nice to be able to snuggle with my Olga again on these cold nights. Thank you for getting us back together. The master put some sort of spell on the gate. It is supposed to prevent that break-in from ever occurring again. I was warned not to open the gate until that spell is removed.
Fortunately, the Master has several more guard necrotars to replace the last ones. They make very vicious guards. I would not like to meet whatever was powerful enough to kill those necrotars. I do not know if anything happened at the castle. I only know that the Master was very upset about the break-in.
Wow! A powerful shock goes through you as you touch the gate. The castle inhabitants seem to have set up a burglar deterrent after the previous break-in. My, what sharp teeth it has. These wolves look larger and more ferocious than any you've seen.
In my dreams last night, I heard Irana's staff speak. It said the sacrifice had been made, the dead had risen, and the living had died. When I awoke, I feared it was you who made the sacrifice. I sent Davy to discover the truth. He climbed over the wall and started sniffing around where the staff had been. He became scared when he caught your scent there, but then he scented you going with the child to the inn. It is not our way to be concerned about outsiders. You have certainly become more than an outsider to us.
You tell about Tanya, Toby, and the staff.
So the child has been restored to life through the sacrifice of Toby, and the staff of Irana is in your possession. Oh, with this you have undoubtedly angered someone very powerful. I would be very careful traveling at night if I were you. Listen. It is said that the only certain way to kill a vampire is to drive a wooden stake through its heart. This can only be done while the creature is helpless during the day. The Nosferatu have great powers of enchantment, and those foolish enough to face a vampire by night usually wind up feeding its lust for blood. That is all I know of the vision. I do sense that you have the staff now. Oh, it is very powerful and has a mind of its own, as I am sure you will find. But I have had a great deal of difficulty sleeping. My dreams disturb me very much. Foreknowledge is as much a curse as a gift. Of it. Do not think of it, for it will drive you mad.
There were many necrotars out hunting last night. It was difficult to avoid them. Oh, they are tough and hard to outrun. I was injured in the leg the other night when a necrotar tried to steal the rabbit I had caught. Fortunately, the pack was not far away. They dragged it off me, and I was able to tear out its throat. Ugh, those things are nasty in a fight. I would not care to face one alone.
You say goodbye.
May your luck hold true. Be wary, for your enemies may soon act against you.
No one seems to be listening. After some rest, you feel better. After some rest, you feel better. After some rest, you feel better. You grab a handful of rocks. It doesn't budge. You grab a handful of rocks. 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 After some rest, you feel better. 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 The gate is standing open, its lock broken. Wow! A powerful shock goes through you as you touch the gate. The castle inhabitants seem to have set up a burglar deterrent after the previous break-in. You are in the northern part of the forest. To the north, you can see the crypts of the cemetery. Well, that wasn't so bad, let alone badder than you could handle. The badder looks almost deflated in death. The dead body is flea-bitten and very smelly. It isn't carrying anything except disease. The only effect is a tingling sensation. But if Dr. Cranium is to be trusted, you should now be safe from poison. For a while. You deftly slip over the gate and into town. You hear movement on the other side of the door. After a few minutes, you hear someone removing the bar and unlocking the bolts on the other side of the door. Tonight Tonight, for your dining pleasure, it is the traditional Moldavian chicken paprikash, delicately seasoned with locally grown paprika and garlic.
She is well. She helps her mother during the day, and we make certain she is safe at night. No one will ever steal her from us again. I am well and very happy. We do not dare to speak of the Dark One, for that way lies madness and despair. I'm sorry I cannot help you.
While Tanya was away from us, she learned to read and write. Now she is teaching me to read. I have always wanted to learn how to read. Together, Tanya and I will teach all the women of the town to read and write.
Why would a woman need to read or write? That is like teaching a horse to dance.
Yuri, you and I will have a talk later. Tonight, in fact. Why, I couldn't be happier. My baby is back and everyone is well here. I don't know much about that, but it's supposed to be bad luck to speak of it. Tui. It was supposed to have something to do with an old monastery and a dark cult that worshipped it. And that it had something to do with Irana's death, and rumors that say it is because of all the problems here in Moldavia. Other than that, I can't tell you anything.
Gotta tell you, there's many monsters out there roaming the night in Mordavia.
Yeah, many an eldritch creature crawls out of the dark. I know most of them.
It's a good thing we stay safe within the town walls and doors so we don't have to meet them.
All right, fine, so sue me. Maybe we do gossip once in a while.
Well, you must mean my apartment. We know of no cave in Mordavia.
Point is, we never repeat gossip, because we get it right the first time.
Actually, this quote-unquote gossip is about you.
Yeah, he's right, okay? Someone overheard Tanya playing where the staff used to be.
She was singing Trina's in Love. Trina loves a human. Trina's in love. Kind of a good beating.
And, since you're the only alleged human having any dealings with that particular vampire...
We thought you just might be interested in that story before we go to the Inquirer.
You know, you can never tell about some people. Unless, of course, you're a gossip.
Well, sport fans, things are pretty quiet around here. Yuri and Bella are happy that Tanya's back.
Yeah, they're okay, you know? Even Igor's back to his old self. We even speak to him occasionally now.
There's even a rumor going around that Boris and Olga may be getting together again.
On the other hand, there are vampires in the castle.
Yeah, and it's rough. Are you kidding? I mean, that swamp still cuts us off from the rest of the world.
Yeah, and the cave still darkly influences everything that goes on here in sleepy Mordavia.
So, we were a skosh curious about you.
Yeah, I mean, you're okay. But when are you going to get around to taking care of all the rest of our problems?
After all, you're supposed to be the hero around here.
You start to tell them of your plans and the dangers you face.
Color me crazy, but maybe it's better we don't know all the details.
Yeah, I think we'll sleep better if we don't.
Yeah, what we don't know won't give us nightmares.
One dark day, a large, fragrant stranger came to town.
Oh, I remember. He was dressed in dark clothes, and he wore a hood over his head, so we couldn't quite see his face. I thought it was Tony Fields.
He spoke in a deep, sibilant voice, reminiscent of Vincent Price, and had a cruel chuckle.
Moseyed on up to each and every elephant in Mordavia, and whispered a little something in its ear.
Yeah, and by the next day, all the elephants had left town.
I just can't bear this. You gotta tell it.
After that, only the stranger was left in town.
I ran up to him. I asked him, "What have you done? What did you say to the elephants? My wife left me!"
Then he just threw off his clothes and cape, exposing himself to the whole world, and revealed that he was an elephant.
Yeah, he said, "Ha-ha, you fools! I am an elephant!"
Then he just packed up his trunk and left forever.
But to this day, on dark, cold nights, you can still hear the distant echoes of elephants trumpeting their mournful cries. My wife, how I miss her.
And I call out, "You forgot to write! Not even a fax!" The elephants don't listen, and they never remember.
The innkeeper's wife is a sturdy but not unattractive peasant woman. You unlock the door to your room and go in. You awaken as the sun begins to rise.